Hey guys, this is John. It is Friday, and I'm playing an hourly bullet arena tournament on lichess.org. It's almost 1 o'clock my time, and we're about to start any moment now. We've got a decent amount of players starting at the moment, and we'll be hopefully adding more players as the tournament progresses. So, hope everyone's having a good day. You guys are going to be watching this on Saturday, but this is some Friday bullet action. I was just in the chat. We were having a funny chat here. I mentioned that one of my students gave the suggestion that I should play an entire bullet tournament on Berserk mode just to see how it goes, which I'm pretty sure would be a horrible idea if I'm playing for first place, but it'd be really fun to see, wouldn't it? Just to see how an entire bullet tournament goes on Berserk mode. Okay, I'm playing Ron Depp on the first game. This is a guy I played before, and he said he was kind of nervous to play me last time. So maybe he's overcome that. Ron Depp is pretty good, so we'll see how he fares this time around. Maybe I'll go h6 just to preserve my bishop pair if he ever goes knight h4. He has kind of a passive position right now. It's not terribly threatening to me, so he's going to go for f5 maybe. Guess not. Okay, I'm castling this way. We are definitely doing that. Okay, let's just go here, and if he plays a5, I'll play a6 and put a stop to his shenanigans. Okay, let's go c5. This seems like an appropriate reaction. Open the center up. Because if he keeps chopping, he's going to run into problems on the file. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Okay, bishop c5. He has to play queen c1 now. And maybe this move, and we'll see how this goes. I can take on c2 after this. Maybe just play for a superior endgame. There might have been better moves, but this one is plenty good, I believe. Yeah, and he hung a rook. Okay, let's just go g5. Maybe rook here, nice and solid. Probably knight f4 as well. That was not a good move by me, because he was attacking b7. So, he's refusing to give in. He's not going to resign, which is good, because we need the practice, we need the technique practice. Okay, let's just go here. We're going to shut this one down. All right, back to tournament. So won that game. I set my sounds a little bit lower. I feel like you guys could barely hear them. Maybe I'll put them up just a little bit. Okay, back in the action against oaka. Shigoran variation. If he plays e6, I was going to play bishop g5, but he does not. Maybe bishop g4 is what he'll do. Let's go d5 against that. And he can play... Oh, he's sacrificing stuff. I would advise against this oaka. Because now if he takes my bishop, I have queen a4, and I'm going to win the piece back. That's how this goes. He takes. Okay. We'll pre-move this capture on d5. He doesn't want to do that. It's going to be hard for him to develop otherwise, though. If he takes his bishop e7, but we can play rook d1. And maybe the rook's coming into d7 right quick. Okay, plays that move instead. I'll attack this pawn. He can't castle, his king's stuck in the center. I think the introduction of this knight should be lights out. Yeah, like with that move. Gives up the queen. Now we'll just bring our other rook over. Give a check. Prepare rook d7. And he is not long for this world. Mate next move. All right, back to tournament. We are on 4 points, and Tony Rowe is playing. He jumped in. Hopefully we'll meet him pretty soon. Anton squared me. Shout out to you. G Zeta is the next opponent. I think he's doing a pre-move strategy. So I'm going to take it to him. I'm hunting you down on the king side, G Zeta. Because you're going totally passive, I can tell. You're curling up in a little ball and trying your best not to get checkmated. That's just a statement of fact. All right, let's go bishop e2. I can take this bishop whenever I like. Okay, now let's do something tricky. Let's try to get knight e6 in. Might as well castle now. He can take on g2, but that would be exceedingly dangerous for him. He does do it. So now I've got all this stuff going right at his king. Case in point. I think I'm not going to take his rook. I'm just going to let that rook simmer right there. And bring this one in. Ooh, boy. This is a bloodbath. Let's just pre-move that. Why not? The quickest way to win. All right, Tony is in doubling territory, and so are we. Nizzle for shizel. I think this guy might also be a subscriber. I have a feeling. Oh, he played knight c6. I was looking forward to playing an exchange variation. He denied me. But yeah, I really like the idea of a berserk every game. It would be like a really good challenge, I think. Someone suggested that it might be better to do that in a blitz tournament, which I agree with. I think that would probably be a smarter idea. Like in blitz, it might I might be able to cover for the fact that I have lost half my time. Whereas in bullet, it's pretty tough. I feel like I just played a game like this not long ago in this tournament. Not against Nizzle for shizel, but it might have been someone very similar rating. Okay, let's go b5. Let's open this up. So you close down the king side, and you never really got a king side attack going. Now my passed d pawn is just an absolute monster. Here I'm forking his two rooks. b7 might drop as well. So I think let's just take here. I think bring the rook in. Yeah, now we can take probably just this. Knight c7, let's force a queen trade. You can only hold out for so long now that this has happened. If he brings his king over, we just promote next move. Yeah, that's checkmate. Back to tournament. We're on 12. Tony also. We're headed for a showdown with him. He says take a screenshot. I'm in the lead. All right, and we've got Tony. I'm not going to play in English. Tony is an English expert, so there will be no English this time around. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. Okay, we're going exchange variation. Except I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to play this move. Okay, we'll do castles. This doesn't lead to any advantage per se for white, but it's a simple position. I know he was expecting me to play knight d5 instead of bishop g5. Because Tony knows my repertoire. But no, Tony, I'm not going to play your games. Okay, I'm kind of like maybe dropping a pawn soon. But he dropped this pawn. Maybe I can go e5? He can do that. Okay, my position isn't so hot right now. He can take on c3 and then take e4. So we have to make up for this with speed. Okay, but I'm giving up a pawn. Tony might be the one to break my streak. Been winning a lot of games recently. It would be a shame to have to break the streak. I'm trying to maneuver and look for some counterplay, but it's not simple. Okay, let's put a stop to his pawn right there. Maybe I can go, I don't know, rook here and attack this pawn. Oh, he fell for something. He fell for a little tactic. Whoa, stay on this page. Why would you navigate away? That was almost really bad. Okay, let's do this. Let's bring a rook up. We'll bring this in. I'm threatening knight e7. He fell for that. Yeah. So we got very lucky here, folks. There's no dispute about that. I'll just type. Sorry, Tony. Ooh, I'm playing Finn's Fanboy. Shout out to Finn's Fanboy. This is apparently the complimentary account to Finn's Fangirl. I'm very flattered that people would make accounts like that in support of Finn's. Me. I'm feeling the love. Finn's Fanboy and Finn's Fangirl should get married, and I will preside over the ceremony, I'll do that for you guys if you want. I won't even charge you anything. Okay, let's go here. Actually, d6 might have been stronger, but we'll see. His queen is running out of squares, maybe. Let's track his queen. So rook c1, and maybe knight d5 to come, is what I'm thinking. Let's go b4 first. This is sneaky, because if he takes my knight, or takes my bishop, I have knight e7. Okay, let's do that. I feel like taking here with the knight will be good. If they do actually take, they do not. Because now their dark squares are pretty tender. So he opts to give up the exchange instead. Knight g5 to come. Hard for black to move. We'll go knight e5 instead. See if we can swap those light square bishops. I think h5 is good. Go here. If knight c5, I have this trick, knight takes d... Oh, I don't have knight takes d7, actually. I thought I did. They could take with the queen if I did that. I had knight takes f7, though. That was the move. That would have been the move. Okay, let's take here. We can do that. It is legal. If they move this knight, I have, like, rook takes d4. Okay, let's do this. This looks pretty efficient. Back to tournament. 20 points. Frank Johnson is in here. Hello, Frank. Frankiejay. Frank is a Minnesota player from my state, and he lives way up north in Minnesota, like close to the Canadian border. He doesn't get out much, so I'm glad that you joined us on these in this bullet tournament, Frank. Playing a semi-Slav, I didn't really realize I was doing that. I actually meant to play bishop f5, but we'll see how this goes. Plays e4, usually they do. I'll take and then I'll put my knight on e4. There's a way to balance out his knight. Okay, we'll go rook c8. I think it's okay to play this way. And maybe queen e7 and try to go bishop a3. Exchanging the dark square bishops would be useful. Maybe knight c3 now. I want that dark square bishop. And I want to jump my other knight into e4. I can go knight g5, but I just play h6. There's nothing doing with this, right? You can go knight g5 again, but just h6. Keeps everything under wraps. He's going all in. Okay, we'll do this, and then I'm opening the diagonal towards his king. Okay, g6. I think if g5, knight h5 is good. So he may not want to play that. Now I'm threatening rook takes d4. I'm still trying to like stay on his king. Trying to discourage it from moving. Yeah, because now he's like somewhat weakened himself. And he'll have to decide pretty quick if he wants to pull the trigger on like a sacrifice on g6. That probably wouldn't be advisable. We'll go here and attack that pawn again. His time is just too low, simply put. Even if he is doing okay otherwise. Yeah, he has like knight takes e5 there, but... Alright, Frankie is coming up fast. We might get him next. Go 2006. I know this player as well. Black against Mills LUN. Play d4, d5 again. Let's go c5. He's not playing c4, and generally when they don't play c4, it's not a bad policy to play c5 yourself and play the Queen's Gambit in reverse. Let's take that. Maybe queen h4. Quick queen h4. We'll threaten some h2 shenanigans. Okay, we'll take that. It's an open question about which side of the board I'll castle on. That's an annoying move. Let's go here. Yeah, this is actually kind of annoying. I'm trying to defend. Really, he's going to sack the exchange. I wasn't afraid of that, though. I think that was a bit too bold, sir. Now I'll go rook d8 and try to trade with you. My queen is temporarily out of play, but it's getting back. Like now I'm hitting the queen, or hitting the rook rather. So I'm coming in, I'm threatening stuff, throwing some weight around. King h2 I can take with check. I'll still take this pawn. Now it's just some care is required to break down his position. Let's go here just to eye that rook again. He's trying to tempt me with rook takes d2, queen takes b7, which actually might have been okay for me, but maybe not. X-Fins, fanboy. That's too bad. 1-2, 1-2 is the next opponent. What are you going to throw at me? He's throwing g3. Yeah, systems with g3 are really conducive to pre-moving. That's why they're so popular. You can play the first several moves like very, very quickly. I'm going to make him think about how to defend this pawn. Let's just castle now. We'll go back here. Do this, and maybe he'll trade. Nope, he does not. Stake out some space now. Bring our knight to d5. This is good. Attack his dark square bishop. I'll take that. Takes that way. Now his structure is weakened, and also e5 is in jeopardy. Let's go here. I'm happy to trade. H4 is hanging, so is g3. We'll take g3. Because we can, and I can take here. So now we're up a piece and some pawns. Should be smooth sailing. Let's actually go here and just swap everything down the d-file. That's the easiest way to win. I'm attacking e4 as well. Okay, we'll just take there, bring our king up. Now he can't defend this. We'll give a check. We'll check again. We'll check again. And we are flush to promotion. Where is my checkmate? Back to tournament. 32 points. Frankie, though, he did go berserk in his second game. We have Tony again. Let's play c4 this time around. Again, he's very knowledgeable about c4. I'm not sure I should have done this, but we shall see how it goes. I'm trying to play for b4. I have a feeling he'll play a5 in order to stop me, but maybe not. Let's go b5 ourselves. And we'll post the bishop on b2. I think would be smart. Well, now that he's offering a trade, we'll do that. And at bishop h3, we can go e1. This is pretty reasonable for both sides. I mean, I have a slight space advantage on the queen side, but it's probably not going to amount to too much. I would like to play d4 if I could to break up his position, but that won't be easy to do so favorably. What I really like to do now is kick his knight out. Let's maybe embark on a plan like that. Okay, let's go here. Let's go a4. Just feel he's playing this a little passively, but maybe I missed the boat for playing. Can I do this? This looks interesting. It's going to confuse him in time pressure, at least. It's possible that rook b8 was a good move right there. Now let's try to take that pawn, regain our pawn. Now d6 is hanging. I can take that. It's possible I should have played b7 somewhere there. Let's go here, and I can take on a6. His rook is hanging. Let's go c5. My pawn was hanging. I can take. Okay, let's do this. All right, so victory there. Showdown with Frank looming if we actually get to play him. 1-2, 1-2 is the next opponent. I'll play bishop e3. I like to do that against knight bd7 systems. Maybe c5 now. This move just has a cramping effect. Go f3. I think this could be irritating, attacking that weak pawn. If after we trade, he could take my pawn on a2, but I take c7. I think I come out on top after all is said and done there. Yeah, and now I can take his bishop and take on b6. So at the very least, we'll do this, and then we'll play bishop here. If king f7, my king, or my rook rather, is coming into this square. Okay, so let's drop the bishop back. So now I threaten c6, and I'm also threatening rook to e6. Let's bring this over. We'll take that. Now bishop b6 might be an issue. Yeah, that might have been slightly inaccurate by me. I'm threatening his bishop. He didn't see it. Let's give it a check and then just bring this back for safekeeping. We'll come get that pawn on b4. Can't really defend it. Okay, we'll go here. I'll take that. Then I can just trade rooks with him. Checkmate. Okay. How we doing? 40 points? Nizzle for shizel is the next one. Another one of these type of systems. I really like dropping the bishop back to g6. For some reason, I like doing that. I'm playing to stop knight e5. That's what I'm trying to do, but he might still do it anyways. Let's go a5. Let's counter break on this wing, and then play b5. I still want to go for the e5 pawn break if I can. In fact, let's do it. I think I can get away with it, because I don't see any like, huge discoveries he has that are going to give me issues, at least for now. Let's go here. I'm just trying to stop knight f5. To be slightly careful. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. He's played very quickly. Let's just go to an endgame. Let's give it a check. Play f5. Drop our bishop back. It's a good move. My knight is getting trapped. Got to do this to get it out. Now maybe I can win f5. Miraculously, I did. He can stick his knight on d4. I have problems with my clock, though. Okay, maybe we still can save this. The time is a big, big problem, though. Oh, yeah, okay. We're going to get really lucky. I think I can get him. If I can actually make a move. Okay. Back to tournament. Yeah, that was too bad because it stops our doubling streak. Felt like it didn't let me make a move there, but that might have just been me. All right. I'm kind of mad about that last game. Just kidding. But I played poor. I should have lost that game. I think he could have trapped my knight at one point. But no matter, the tournament goes on. I'm going to stick my knight on d5. Oh, yeah, now I've got this nice c6 square to work with. That's a prime weakness. Let's get our bishop in. He's going to take. I don't think he can tolerate this knight for too long. And now we want to prepare a3 and b4. That's my plan. So I'll be looking to kick his knight out of here. Let's take this. Let's open it up. And I will play f4 to stop his knight from coming to e5. Could see a shift of the pieces back towards the center and the king side. G4 is a threat, actually. Let's go here. Bishop d4 is coming. Yeah, he didn't do anything to stop that. He hung his rook, too. Gets to take on g3 with check, but that's it. Let's give a check. We certainly have mate here. Okay, back to tournament. Wow, frankiejay is just cruising along, and I haven't played him yet. And there's 4 minutes left in the tournament. So this could come down to whoever is able to play the other one first. I played 2 more games than him. But points-wise, he's doing better because he had that berserk, and I had that draw. I would think like at some point I got to play him. I'm going to try to beat G Zeta as fast as I can. Because I would like a little cushion if I am actually going to play frankiejay. G Zeta. It's crucial that I win this game. It goes without saying. That doesn't work because I go up a piece. Okay, let's just try our best to shut him down. Let's get rid of this pawn. Can take with his knight. Have bishop c5 coming. All hands on deck. Let's keep our king in the center. He can go rook c1, but that doesn't do much along the file. We'll go here. Go c5 next move. Or take that pawn if he allows. Kind of has to trade now. And push this. Yeah, back rank checkmate if he takes. All right, so we won that game pretty fast. Wow, frankiejay is really coming along. But now I'm in doubling territory again, I think, after this next game. So I would think that's worth something. Okay, let's go here. I don't often do this, but I think it's actually pretty good against his particular move order. Now, this is the point. He can't take me because of the rook being under attack, so he'll probably castle queenside. Ooh, he's playing for an endgame. All right. I'm okay with that. And bishop d6 to come. More trades. I'm happy with trades. I think the more trades that happen, the more it highlights my endgame advantage. You can go rook e4 and try to kick my knight out, but my structure is solid, and that's the main thing. I'm probably going to put all my pawns on light squares, actually, if he had let me. Oh, I actually wanted to go there with the other rook. Okay, a6, we'll just put a stop to that. My rook's going to invade on the second rank. I think I can do this. I'm threatening mate. Yeah, now h5. Okay, back to tournament. 50 to 49, wow. And we have 2 minutes left. We got to get paired against each other. It's got to happen at some point. So now I'm playing, this is actually one of my students, Go 2006. This is kind of an inferior line for me. I will gladly admit that. Let's play bishop b7, and then quickly play rook here. I think I can go knight e4. We'll see if he swaps. See if he swaps there. Because now I stand a good chance of just winning this pawn. You can do something like rook fd1, but that doesn't help much. Let's go here. If the queen invades, I have bishop here. His knight is in trouble. I think he's going to play... Well, I was expecting... Let's go here first, just to defend this. I was expecting him to play rook c1 instead of knight c1. So he got out of this initial mess. But now my pawn is a monster. He's going to have a heck of a time stopping that. Let's go f6. His knight is running out of good squares. Yeah, also I have this move, don't I? He somehow has to counterattack my king, but it's not going to work. Unfortunately, that might be the end of the tournament. Back to tournament as quick as we can. No! He got 53 points to my 50. Yeah, and we never played. Well, congrats to frankiejay, but yeah. We have to, like, at least play each other. We're doubling up the field. So, yeah, he that one draw I had against Nizzle for shizel actually really hurt. So, Ornikar, maybe make some further pairing adjustments, because that shouldn't happen like that many games when we never play each other. But it was a good one. It was competitive. So, we'll just say GG frankiejay. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll be back tomorrow with some more bullet action. I'll probably play 1 or 2 more tournaments over the weekend. So thank you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.